Hey guys, it's Tony with Peaceful Living. Hope everyone's having a fantastic Sunday. Today I am packing because I'm traveling for the next couple of weeks. I'm actually going up to upstate New York to visit my mom. So I need to make some facial toner slash makeup spritzer, which I use, and I need to make a moisturizer. So I thought, what better way to go live and to share me making both of those. So if you give me a minute, we're going to get a couple of people invited to this live. Hey, Trisha. And we will, hey, Allison. If you give me a few more minutes, we will get some people invited, and I will start the DIY. So today we are making facial spritzer. I use it's a toner slash makeup spritzer because I do use the mineral makeup, so I need a spritzer to kind of keep my face moist and for applying the mineral makeup. But most importantly, I use it for a toner. So we wash our faces. It's very important to tone our face. And you all know, if you watched my live yesterday, that I got rose. So today I am going to use some of that rose. I'm very excited. So I haven't used any of it yet. Well, in all honesty, I did tap a little bit on my finger and put a little bit under my nose and a little bit right here this morning before I went to the grocery store because it's just so pretty, so lovely. So today I'm going to go ahead and use it in my spritzer so I can take that with me when I go. And then I have a little, you see it's like a makeup pot. It's very small. You don't use very much of it. It's a moisturizer that I put on my face in the evening and under my makeup. So we're going to make those today. And also, when you get a second, I wanted to take a minute to bring note of two promos that we have in the drop-in group right now going on. One of them is for Thieves by myself. So if you look down into the comments, hopefully you'll see the link for the Thieves promo that's out there, and also Mighty Pro. So I'm a big user of Life 9, which is a probiotic. You see it every month in my ER. Well, now Young Living has introduced, this year at convention, they introduced Mighty Pro, which is for kids. And I'm reading really good things about it, really good comments on it. In fact, I think Aaron's son says it tastes like those pixie sticks. So the promo this month for the Mighty Pro works down to about $1 per dose. Trisha is actually hosting that. And again, you should see that in the comments of this video. And then the Thieves, I'm buying a bottle, I'm doing a bulk buy for Thieves Cleaner. So in both instances, if you are a member and you just want to save some money on shipping, you could do that via this bulk order. If you're not a member and you're just not ready to join yet and you want to try Thieves, I've had a few already comment this morning. They're members that are considering, non-members that are considering joining. They haven't taken that leap yet, but they do want to get a bottle of the Thieves Cleaner because it's just, it's really a no-brainer. So take a look at the promos. You'll see on the Thieves Cleaner I have dilution methods and when you're using it, how to use it. It's basically a very, very small amount. A capful to 12 ounces is what I use to clean just about everything in my house. So including glass, mirrors, bathrooms, you know, Thieves kills 99.6% of germs, so it's fantastic. It's a non-chemical version of chemically based products that we use to clean our bathrooms, our counters, I use it to dust. I've used it on wood floors. No worries, Allison. Trisha's on board as well. Generally, if you bring up the video full screen on the lower right hand side, you should see something that says share. I don't know what you're using it on. I'm using mine on an iPad and a MacBook, so I'm told Mac is different than Windows. So just do the best you can. No worries. Trisha's on this as well, so she'll be sharing and inviting people to the video. So anyways, take a look at the promos. They should be in the link in the comments, so you can take a look at them. And then as soon as we get some more people on, I will start with the DIY. We're going to make a makeup spritzer today, and we are going to make a moisturizer. So I got my rose, and I've been smelling my rose right here since yesterday. I did put a little bit here this morning and here this morning before I went to the grocery store because it's just too pretty not to. But it is fantastic for your face. It's good for rosacea and the redness. It's good for your complexion. Hey Heather. So I'm going to use it in my face spritzer and my moisturizer. So like I said, by the time you see me in a couple weeks, I should look like I'm about 29 or so. So at least lie to me and tell me that I do, okay, right? Anyways, we're going to be using my rose today, so I'm very excited about that. So for those who don't know me, I'm Tony with Peaceful Living. I host a group called Chemical Free Living, and the link is also, it's actually in the description of this video. Feel free to pop over and take a look at some of our DIY recipes. You can find all the recipes that we've done under files, and all videos and DIY videos that we've done are under videos. Also a YouTube page, which you can see all that stuff when you go over to the site. Feel free to pop over and take a look. We're happy to share the recipes with you. Hey Katrina. So we're going to wait for a couple more people, and then I'm going to go ahead and get started. For those of you that are new, take a look at the promos that are in drop-in. Trisha's hosting one. It's for Mighty Pro, which is Young Living's probiotic for kids. I'm a big believer. I get it every month in my ER of the Life 9, which is a probiotic for adults. They have released this in their Kids Sense line. So it's designed for kids, and I'm told, actually I read it this morning on Erin's site where she said her son says it tastes like pixie sticks. So it's important to keep ourselves and our own guts healthy, but it's equally important, if not more important, to keep our kids healthy. And then the second promo is for Thieves Cleaner. So if I'm going to do a bulk buy on Thieves Cleaner, and you should see that the information on that, as well as the dilution ratios that are on the post, and the different ways to use the Thieves Cleaner. So let's go ahead and get started. First we're going to make, you can see my very classy way of labeling things. I have all the fancy ways of doing it as well, but you think I use them? No, I just stick a sticker on it. But this is my makeup spritzer. So I use Young Living Savvy Minerals foundation. So I've been a big foundation user my whole life. And just about 6 months ago now, I guess I switched over to the Savvy Minerals makeup. And with that, you should use a makeup spritzer. Now, Young Living does sell one, but I make my own. So I'm going to be traveling for the next week, 2 weeks actually. So I need to stock up on some things. And I thought, let's just go ahead and make them live. So let's go ahead and start with the makeup spritzer. This is just a 2-ounce fine mist spray bottle. This is plastic. You can use glass. It's recommended that you use glass, but I've got, I don't know what to call it, it's PBA. It's meant for essential oils. So I sell a lot of different products on Etsy, and I use these particular plastic bottles, but recommended that you use glass when you're using essential oils. So let's go ahead and get started with that spritzer. Bear with me. Let me pull up my recipe. Here we go. So simple, guys. There we go. Witch hazel, water. You can use distilled water, but because I go through it relatively quickly, I would say I use probably a bottle of this every month and a half. I just use regular water in it. So it's equal parts witch hazel and water. So let's go ahead and do that. You'll see I still have some in here, but I don't have enough to last 2 weeks. So. Okay. And we'll add water. And I'll post these recipes later. I am modifying them a little bit, so because I'm adding the rose to it, but I'll post them there. You can find them in the files section in the Chemical Free Living group, and this one is called Makeup Spritzer. But so far we have added equal parts witch hazel and equal parts water, and we are going to add, let's see, 3 drops of lavender, because it's lavender. And if you know me, so I apologize in advance, I do not talk while I'm counting drops because I am blonde and I tend to forget where I am. So 3 drops of lavender. 3 drops of frankincense. And if you do any reading on these, do some reading on frankincense. Frankincense and manuka are both fantastic for your face, for your complexion, for those fine lines, for even skin tone. They're both good for that. So it calls for both of these in the recipe. Because I'm using rose today, I'm not going to live without the frank, but I am going to leave out the manuka. But you can, if you don't have rose, you can use frank only. I use frank and manuka if I'm not using rose. So far, 3 drops of lavender, 3 drops frank, 2 drops copaiba, which is a kit oil, as is the frank. Okay. So if you just started with Young Living or just started with your oily journey and you've gotten the kit, you can make this, and you can make it with frankincense and copaiba. You don't necessarily have to use the rest. Again, if you do the reading on manuka and rose, lavender, they're all good. Lavender's actually also in the kit. So there's 3 oils right there that you could use to make your own facial toner and spritzer, makeup spritzer. And then I add, because I like it, and I think it adds a fresh scent to it, I add 2 drops of lime. And in this particular recipe, I am putting in 2 drops of rose. Oh, my rose. God, that's so pretty. So when I want to just put on a little perfume, I just put my finger on it like that, roll the bottle over, and then I put a little bit of perfume on right there, just so I can smell it. I love the smell of that rose. All right, so we've made a DIY facial spritzer. You can use this as a toner. I've actually made these with the little makeup pads as well. Put it in a glass jar with makeup pads. Again, equal parts water and excuse me, witch hazel, and then the different oils, and then you can use it to tone your face after you wash your face. So, and whenever you're making anything with essential oils, make sure you shake it well before you use it. So, this is the makeup spritzer. Ways that I use this. I use it while I'm putting on mineral makeup. Keeps your face nice and moisturized. Also makes the mineral makeup lay very, very nicely. I use it as a toner. I fly a lot for business, so I don't know if you fly a lot, you'll notice that your skin gets really dry on an airplane. This is only 2 ounces, so it fits nicely in my purse, and I can use it just to kind of moisturize my face, give my face a spritz with or without makeup on. You can just give your face a spritz. It's really pretty. Okay, that is my fancy labeling, but face spritzer. Can't get any more technical than that. And about 1.5 years ago, I started making my own moisturizer. So if you know me, you know I have an Etsy site, and I do all kinds of body butters and lotions and soaps. So we stay away from all the chemically based products. But I used to be a very big believer in all the different expensive and not expensive moisturizers. And then I learned and started reading the chemicals that are actually in them to make them maintain those scents that you smell that get euphoric to you. Put on your moisturizer at night and you're used to that smell. And I started reading the chemicals that actually they use to maintain that, right, and the shelf life of it. And then I started looking at different ways to make my own moisturizer. And I've tried many different ways, and I found this works the best for my skin. I have oily skin by nature, so I was a little weirded out by putting coconut oil on my skin, because I thought, now my face is going to look really oily by the middle of the day with my makeup on, and it doesn't. In fact, it had the exact opposite effect. I washed my face with the Young Living Orange Blossom Face Wash. I apply my moisturizer, I spritz, I put on makeup, which, by the way, I have none on today, so my apologies for that, but hey guys, it is Sunday. And so I make my own moisturizer, and it's very simple. It's coconut oil. Coconut oil is just like, lavender. It's just, you can use it for everything. So I have just regular old coconut oil. buy it at Publix. I buy it by the big buckets for soaping, but I use this actually to make my moisturizer just because it's small, it's in the kitchen. I also use it in our coffee in the morning because it's good for cholesterol and stuff. So, very simple. Just take a little teaspoon, put it in my little makeup thing. You can tell it's a little warm here in Florida today. My coconut oil is kind of warm. Again, just sits like that. Can you see that? Hopefully you can. And you can change up the oils. Don't feel you have to stick to the recipes that I have. The base of the recipe is the important part, and the rest you use, you know, what works well for your skin. I can almost guarantee you that frankincense and manuka, regardless of your skin type, will work well. Rose will work well. So in my moisturizer is frankincense, and it's 2 drops of frankincense. Hey, Diane. Two drops of frank. And again, I'm replacing the manuka. Normally there would be another 2 drops of manuka to go with the frank. They work very well together. I'm replacing the manuka with rose because I've been waiting like a year and a half to get rose, and I'm so excited. No worries, Diane. And we are going to put 1 drop of rose in here. It's a very thick oil, so be careful. And of all the oils to be heavy-handed with, it wouldn't be rose because it's not the cheapest oil. But it's fantastic for your skin. And if you break it down, the cost of it, you know, making your own, excuse me, moisturizer, this cost me about 72 cents to make, right? So if you buy moisturizer, if you buy even over the counter, any, you know, at a Target or your grocery store, or even worse, you go to the Dillard's of the world and you get Chanel or any of those kind of moisturizers, you know how much expensive they are. This costs you about 72 cents. And this will last me, no kidding, probably 2 months, maybe 3. So just a little tiny makeup. And in fact, I've gotten these all on Amazon. If you have any questions on where to get these pots or these bottles, just let me know, and I can I could link you the Amazon links for them. So then you mix this. If you have not tried rose and you just look at the price of it and you think there's no way I'm ever going to buy that, yeah, so at some point in your life you need to buy it. It'll last forever. Just use it very, very sparingly. Use it only on your face, you know, on your face products, because it is fantastic for your face. But if you ever have the opportunity, what I did was I just waited until I sold a certain amount of oils. And I gave myself a goal. Once I've sold that amount of oils and that amount of monthly income, then I would go buy it. So I just bought it, and I just got it in my last DR if you watched it. Manuka is it is a blend by Young Living. Let me find it real quick for you. Here we go. It's a blend by Young Living. And when I get off this live, I will post the different oils that make up the blend. But everything that I've read when it comes to manuka and frankincense, if you want 3 oils actually, that are just fantastic for your face, good for the complexion, good for coloring, if you have a little bit of redness or rosacea, manuka, frankincense, and rose. If only those 3 oils, that's what you really need for your face. But when I get off the live, I will go actually look up what makes up manuka. My apologies for not having that memorized, but I'll go ahead and post it in the links. So what we have made today, we concentrated on our face because I'm traveling for the next few weeks. I'll be on an airplane, which is going to dry my skin. I'll be in upstate New York, another way of drying your skin, and I needed to remake my face spritzer and my moisturizer. So face spritzer, let's start with the moisturizer, sorry. Moisturizer is simple. It's 1 teaspoon, a little bit over a teaspoon of coconut oil, just plain old regular coconut oil. So 1 teaspoon, teaspoon and a half, whatever it takes to fill this little makeup thing, of coconut oil, 2 drops of Manuka, 2 drops of Frank. In this particular case, I used 2 drops of Frank and 2 drops of Rose because I just got Rose. So that is my moisturizer. I put this on at night after I wash my face, and I put it on in the morning after I wash my face. And as I said at the beginning of this, I have oily skin by nature, and what it does is it actually, the opposite effect occurred. I was really worried I'd have oily skin under my makeup by about midday, and it just gives your face what it needs for oil. I mean, we need oil in our skin, otherwise we'd all look very, very aged. So the more oil in your skin, the better off. But it stops your skin from producing oil because it's giving your skin what it needs, a healthier version of what it needs. So this is just a simple DIY moisturizer. And then the spritzer itself is equal parts witch hazel, nothing fancy, just 2-ounce bottle with a fine mist sprayer. And you can make these, just to be clear, and you could put them in a like a nice glass ball jar with those makeup pads, and you can use this as like a toner. So it's 3 drops of, equal parts witch hazel and water, 3 drops of lavender, 3 drops of Frank, 3 drops of copaiba, 2 drops of lime because of the freshness of it, and 2 ounces, and 2 drops of rose in this particular one. So again, 3 drops lavender, 3 drops Frank, 3 drops copaiba, 2 drops Young Living, lime, and 2 drops of rose. And yes, the wipes are really cool. It's a nice idea for a toner after you wash your face. I just carry it this way because it's just so much easier. I can pop it in my purse. I can use it on an airplane if my face is feeling dry or if my arms are feeling dry, which they always do on an airplane. And then I can also use it as a toner after I wash, and then just wipe, and then apply the moisturizer, then the makeup, and then and it slides easily into my makeup bag. And yes, I will share the recipes. So they're going to be slightly different because they're pretty much the same, but we added rose, so you'll know that I maybe have left out Manuka because I'm using rose. So anyways, I'm Tony with Peaceful Living. I appreciate you coming out and playing. Take a look at the video. I will share the recipes in this feed in the dropping page. Pop over to Clean Living or Chemical Free Living and check out our recipes under the files. You'll see a lot of recipes under there, which is also shared in this description. And don't forget, take a look at the promos that are out there. So there are 2 promos, one for Thieves Cleaner. So if you are a member and you want to save some money in shipping, I'm putting in a bulk order for Thieves Cleaner. If you're not a member and you're just not ready to make that jump yet, but you want to try the Thieves Cleaner, again, I'm making a bulk buy on it, so I think it's $25 with free shipping and tax and shipping included. So it's a really good deal. And then Trisha is hosting a bulk buy for Mighty Pro, which is the Young Living probiotic for kids. So it's in the Kids Sense line. Same thing. If you're a member and you just want to save on shipping, catch up with Trisha. And if you are not a member but you want to try a probiotic for your kids, because why not, right? We use it ourselves. I use Life 9 every day. Why not for the kids as well? I hear fantastic things about it. Aaron's kids like it, love it, and they said that it tastes like the Pixie candy. So if we get the kids to take it, it's healthy for them. Take a look at that promo. You should see them in the comments. If you don't, I will add them shortly, so you can go right to the promos. But anyways, Tony with Peaceful Living, thanks for coming out. And if you have any questions, feel free to PM me. Have a great day, or comment below.